We're going to have a look at some vocabulary exercises. I've got it already here. Oh my gosh. Let's put it here. And then I need to move Hello Talk over here. So let's have a look at some, that's not it. It was over here, vocabulary review. As you guys know, we've studied a lot of words together over the last few lectures. So let's have a look at some of these questions, okay? So first of all, I'm going to let's shuffle all these words and let's test your memory, okay? No need to remove clear, thank you. Okay, so let's have a look at a random question. Okay, first question. What is another word for story that begins with P? Any ideas, guys? What's another word for a story that begins with P? Any ideas? I'll be waiting for your... Ooh, Pia has a good answer. He says plot, maybe. Are you sure about that? 3, 2, 1. Oops. How do I flip the thing? Oh, is it down here? Dang it. It is plot indeed. Very well done, Pia. Exactly. Nice try, Chia. This is plot. Yeah, and this is a useful word because we have other things like plot. I won't say it now because it might come up later, but plot is a useful word for some other phrases. Okay, right. Let's shuffle again. Oops. Back. Let's have another question. We won't do too many because if we did all of them, it would take like 2 hours. So, a story that happens after the original. Yeah, so if you think about like Star Wars or something like that, the timeline is not always in the right order. So what do we call a story that happens after the original? Any ideas? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's one word. Alessia, you're so close. It's not spin-off. This is actually a sequel. Yeah, a sequel is something that happens after the original. Yeah. If we think about, if you guys have seen Monsters, Inc., the Mike and Scully, it's a Pixar movie with like monsters trying to scare children to get energy. The first movie was like set in 1990 something. But the second movie, which was released later, the story actually happened before they started working. It was called Monsters University, okay? So the first movie was actually a sequel, yeah? But anyway, so let's move on. How do I go back? Oh, I hate this monitor because it's too big. There we go. All right. Very well done. Good job, guys, with sequel. What idiom do we use when we're talking about someone and they suddenly appear? Like, for example, my brother is so messy and I hate... Oh, hey, bro, how's it going? Something like that. We might say... Actually, you can say that, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Very well done, Alessia. Well done, Eddie and Chia. This, we would say, speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Speaking of the devil, some people do say that. Yeah, very good. Usually we say speak of the devil, okay? But very good. Well done, guys. Okay? Oh, my back is gonna hurt. Oh, wrong button. Dang it. Okay, let's go with this one. A complex topic that many people disagree on is... A complex topic that many people disagree on. Any ideas? One word. One word. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, Gia, you're so close. Controversy. I will give you that point. That is correct, yeah. Here I had the adjective form, controversial, but a controversy is a topic that many people disagree on. So you were right with the noun form. Controversial is the adjective form. Can anyone give me an example of a controversial topic? Maybe something in the news right now, related to America and prices. Something that many people disagree on. Egg first or the chicken first? Interesting. AI is a good one. Yeah, some people think, oh, we should use it. It's great. It's amazing. And other people think, no, we got to be careful. So, yeah, AI is definitely controversial. Very good, Hannah. I am talking about the tariffs. Yeah, everything's becoming super expensive. And, oh my gosh, Donald Trump as a president is very controversial. You know, many people love him. Many people hate him. You know, very controversial. Okay. All right, let's do 3 more. Let's do 3 more. Random spinner. Oh, I got the same one. What is the chance of that? Okay, right, let's go back. What do we call a floating piece of ice in the sea? When we were talking about the psychology lecture, there was a theory. There was a theory that, like, you know, there's a floating piece of ice, and most of it is underwater, but a little part is above the surface. That is our conscious mind. It's what we understand and know. But everything underneath the surface, it's the unconscious mind. This is called, very well done, guys. Good job. This is called the iceberg theory of the mind or consciousness or something like that. Yeah, iceberg. Most of it is underwater. It's a floating piece of ice. The Titanic was famous for crashing into an iceberg. Okay. All right, great job. Hi, August. Hi, be careful. Nice to see you. Let's move on and have a look at another. Didn't you show that one? Okay. What is the word for a bad dream? One of the first live streams that I ever did on this platform was Halloween. So, what is another name for a bad dream? Oh, this is too easy. You guys, too good. This is an easy word. We call it a nightmare. Oh my gosh, that's terrifying, yeah? All of you, I'm sure you've had this before. When you're a young child, we all have a fear of the dark, right? And then, you know, as you saw earlier in my house, there were some stairs. So it's like, I press the light, I turn off the light, then I run up the stairs because it looks like something is hiding, you know, in the darkness. It's absolutely terrifying. Oh my gosh. Does anyone else have a fear of the dark? Like, even sometimes now, I have a fear of the dark, especially if I'm like walking alone home at night. It's scary. Yeah, it's dangerous, right? You gotta be careful. All right. So yes, I had a nightmare. All right, let's do 1 more. Random spinner. Last one. Okay. What idiom means you should follow other countries' rules and customs when you are there? Yeah, this is way too long. So instead, you should just say, what do you guys think? When you go to another country, you should follow their rules and customs. Yeah, it's meaningless to follow your own country's customs and rules because they don't work over there. So, oh, I see some very good. Well done, guys. Alessia, Joya, Hannah. Actually, be careful. You have to play by the rules. Ooh, that's close. That's just more general. Like, you need to follow the rules. It's important to, you know, yeah, follow the rules. But the one I was looking for was, when in Rome, do as the Romans do. And I saw Alessia said, when in Rome, the short version, totally fine. And actually, most people say it like this, so very good job. Do as the Romans do when you're in Rome. That's also fine, you know, just a switched order and so on, but very good. Pierre says, I live close to Rome and I've never heard about that. Wow, there you go. It is a very common idiom. Yeah, like for example, I don't know, when you're in the UK, on the trains, it can be super noisy, right? Especially when people are going to a football match. Like, people will be, like, singing, dancing on the train. Not always, but on a busy, like, a big match. Ugh, I hate it, but people are like, "Way, how's it going?" And then they're, like, shaking the chair. Like children. Anyway. So, when we went to Japan, we were so surprised that it was so quiet, right? And so we thought, well, we better be quiet, you know, when in Rome. Follow their rules, yeah? So, okay, but good stuff. All right, let's end that there. Okay, next thing we're going to do, we're going to play a fun game together. Now, I want all of you in the chat right now. If you like, you can take part. You don't have to. But we're going to do a bit of a vocabulary and creativity game. Let me quickly show you my... Sorry, one second. Let's put this here. Let me quickly show you my screen. Oh my gosh, the YouTube side. Okay, great. Sorry, what was it? I've just looked at the YouTube side. Hi, Maya. Rob, oh my gosh, our special guest on the live stream the other day. Oh, wrong button. So, yeah, nice to see you all. But yeah, why don't we do a quick game together to test everyone's vocabulary skills. I trust all of you have been studying a lot, so let's have a look over here. All right, so this is a game called Scattergories. Okay, some of you might have played this before. It's quite a popular game in the UK, and the way it works is there will be a timer. As you can see here in the bottom left, it says 54. Let me change it back to 60. Okay, and you can see this, oh my gosh, big letter here, F. Okay, you guys, you can use a piece of paper, or if you can, type the answers on your phone. Okay, so that we can share and check our answers together. So using a piece of paper or your smartphone, you're going to write some answers in a list. Okay, so looking over here, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These are different categories. You must look at the category. For example, it says here, stones and gems. You are going to write 1, and you will write the name of a stone or gem that begins with F. Okay, this is a really difficult one. What's a stone or gem that begins with F? Can anyone tell me? Any stone or gem with the first letter F. Can I think of one? Fluoride? No, that's a chemical. I don't think it's a stone or gem. F, this is really difficult. Can anyone help me? Rob, if you're still watching, can anyone tell me? Okay, let's skip that. It's too difficult. Oh my gosh. Good start. So, looking at college majors. Oh, come on, there must be something. So, a university subject that begins with F. F. Oh, French would be a good one. Yeah, finance, another good one. Yeah. So that's an example. You're going to look at the categories and you're going to try and write a word that fits the category, but it has to begin with this letter. Okay? Yeah, I couldn't think of one, Rob, but there we go. Okay? If you can't think of an answer, you can skip. Okay? And then after the timer runs out, all of us are going to share our answers. You can type it in the chat, in YouTube or on HelloTalk, and then we'll go through them together. And if you get an answer, you get 2 points. But if you get nothing, 0 points. Okay? All right. Why don't we begin? Does everyone understand the rules? Oh my gosh, be careful said fire agate. Oh, quick rule. You cannot use adjectives as a part of the word, right? For example, if the first word letter is D, you can't say difficult, I don't know, difficult something, difficult topic, difficult subject, right? But if it's a set phrase, like, you know, there are some phrases that are together, like, for example, when in Rome, do as the Romans do, and the first letter is W, I will accept that if it's a set phrase. Okay? All right. Are you ready? So get ready to write. I will give us, let's go 1 minute for the first one, and let's re-roll the letter. Ooh, A. A's an easy one. Let's do this together, okay? Let me get my notepad. I need to do this as well. Right. Okay, and then let's change the category. Oh, is it going? Oh, it changed the letter. Can we go back to A? Oh, no. Okay, let's go I instead. That's also an easy one. Okay, are you all ready? 3, 2, 1. 911 is the emergency number, like police, ambulance. Okay. Actually, I'm going to change it to 2 minutes. This is too short. Okay. Articles of clothing. This is difficult. Again, if you don't know, then just skip. Reasons to call 911. I'm not sure about that. Come on, dessert is easy. A dessert that begins with I. Easy peasy. And by the way, don't send your answers yet. When the time runs out, we will send our answers together. I feel like number 1 and 6 are the same. Aren't they? Oh, also, you can't use the same answer for different categories. Unless you're emergency. No, I am not accepting that. 6 things that you wear. Oh, I'm stuck. I only have 3. Sorry, yeah, the letter is I, not L. 20 seconds. Oh, I'm really stuck. Don't worry, if you don't understand the game, you will understand, hopefully, in a moment. So, let's have a look at our answers. When you guys are ready, share your answers. I will show mine. Let's have a look. So, my answers were... Actually, is it better? Oh, that doesn't show the webcam. Okay, so for articles of clothing, I got nothing. Did anyone else get anything? So... no idea. No, it didn't look like anybody got clothing. Number 2, reasons to call 911. Reasons to call, like, the emergency services. Alright, I put indigestion. Indigestion is when you can't digest things properly, but it's not an emergency, so I'd say no. Did anyone else get anything? Injury. Oh, injury. Of course. Chia, well done. Did anyone else get injury? Illness. Yeah, Maggie, I will accept that. Very good. And then, oh, incident. You guys are better at this game than I. Oh my gosh. Incident, injury, illness. You guys. I was thinking of like a specific illness or something, but yeah, general is fine. Well done, guys. Okay, and then desserts. Okay, come on, guys. You've got to get some ice cream, of course. Yeah, ice cream. That's a set word. It is 2 words, but... No, it is 1 word. What am I talking about? Okay, desserts. What did you guys get? Ice cream. Very good. And then we had... ice pop, very good. Ice coffee, is it a dessert? I'm not sure about that. And then we have, what was it? Oh, I see, people saying inner shirt, inner wear for the clothing. Oh, those are good, actually, yeah. Italian pastries. Ooh, it's kind of 2 words, adjective. I'm not sure about that. And then we had, what was it? Footwear. I didn't get anything for this. What did you guys get? It says, what was it? Inner footwear. I don't see any footwear. Slippers? Wow, that's not... Oh, Viz is also here. Oh my gosh, great stuff. So we have some very, I think, a very good people at this game, some experts. Viz says, injury, that's a good one. 3, ice cream. 4, insole. Ooh, that's a good one. An insole is like, I think it's the soft cushion that you put into your shoe to make it more comfortable. It's a part of footwear and it makes footwear more comfortable, but I'm not sure it's footwear. What do you guys think? Let me quickly show you a picture of an insole. Bit of new vocabulary here. Insole. There you go. It's these things that you put into your shoe to make it nice and soft. Insole? I'm not sure. I want to say no. But maybe that's because I don't want Viz to get too many points. But, okay. And then, oh my gosh, there's so many comments, people going through. Ice clogs. Ooh, some people saying ice shoes, indoor slippers. Indoor slipper is a good one. I might accept that. But anyway. And then the next one, movie titles. We have... movie titles. I put... Oops, wrong one. Sorry, I keep changing the screen. I put Inception. You know, Leonardo DiCaprio. It's a sci-fi, very confusing. And then Viz also put Inception. Very well done. Joya says Inside Out. That is another good one. Oh, Indiana Jones, definitely. Very good. Yeah, I didn't think about those. Really good. Yeah, movies beginning with I. And then the last one was just things that you wear, same thing. Insoles may be acceptable. What was it? What did Alessia say? Sorry, I missed it. Oh, Interstellar! That's a great one. Oh, why didn't I think of that? Were Interstellar and Inception directed by the same person? I forgot, but that is a very good one. I thought I'm shutting back. No, it's because loads of people are sending comments at the same time. So, like, I have to try and, like, look at everything. And I definitely missed some. So, I apologize if I do. Okay? Right, I think everybody understands the game now. Yeah, we're all warmed up and ready. Okay, right, I'm going to do 2 more categories. So, 8 categories this time. Maybe we'll do 2 more games. 2 more games. Oof, K is difficult. Let's make it easier. This is for me. Let's go S. S is easier. Okay, right, so 8 categories. And what was it? This time, if you can... No, actually, ignore me. That's fine. Okay, are we all ready? 2 minutes. Categories beginning with S. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1... School supplies. S. Uh-oh. I thought it was easy, but... Animals in books or movies? What does that mean? Oh, this one's okay. I think it's easier. Halloween costume. S. I got one. Famous female. I can't even think of a famous male. Okay, 30 seconds, guys. Hurry up, hurry up. If you're not sure, just give it a guess. You might be right. And if you have no idea, just skip. Number 7. Famous females, come on. Dang it, I can't think of any more. Okay. Alright, time is up. So, if it's okay, please give me your answers for number 1. Or all of them at the same time, that's okay too. My answers, so school supplies. We had school supplies. I got nothing. I thought the school supplies would be easy, but I couldn't think. I just kept thinking pen, ruler. I wanted to stay... Why didn't I say stationery? Oh my gosh. Okay, what did you got? Scissors, school bag. Hannah, sauce? For school supplies? You mean like ketchup or mayonnaise? Like sauce? I'm not sure about that. And then be careful had a lot. Sculpture, sock, shovel, sun, school, stone. I feel like you're just writing any word beginning with S. And then, yeah, scissors is a good one. And then, okay, interesting. Sauce for the staff room? What? Rob, get out of here. Sticky note, that's a good one. From Viz. And soap. Do you bring soap to school? Like, who does that? What? You're weird, Rob. You're weird. Get out of here. But some very good answers. Well done. I mean, yes, there is sauce in the dining room of the school, but it's not a supply that you take with you. They have it at school, right? Like, no student says, oh, I forgot my ketchup. Can I borrow yours? Like, no one says that. It's an interesting one. Nice try, nice try. Anyway, number 2, we have things to do on a date. Oh, Rob and Viz should be familiar with this. They recently got married. Things to do on a date. I put smooch. Smooch is another word for like kiss, I guess. If you look here, smooch. Yeah, it's a casual word for kiss. Like a parent might say, oh, come on, give me a smooch, give me a smooch, give me a kiss. In other words, soap needed for kiss. Viz has strong opinions here. Ski, swim. Skiing and swimming, those are good date ideas. Very nice, I like that. Yeah, something physical, you know, something to do together. And then, what was it? See a show. Ooh, see a show. This goes to a sentence. I'll accept it. See a show. Or a show. Stargazing. Cheer. Ooh, very romantic. It's like something you see in a movie, right? I mean, I wouldn't do it in the UK because the weather is too unpredictable. But stargazing, very romantic. Good idea. And then shop. Joy up. Very nice. Yeah, and why not go shopping on a date? Yeah. You might buy a present for your significant other, your partner. And then skateboarding. I mean, if you both like skateboarding, then maybe. But then, any activity you can do together could be a date activity. So I'm gonna say maybe. I'll give you 1 point. All right. And then animals in books and movies. I didn't really understand this one, to be honest. Is it asking for like famous names of animals in movies? Because I'm not sure about this one. What did you guys get? Anything? Starts with the letter S. That's right, not I. Squirrel. Simba. Oh, that's a good one. Simba, definitely. I would say that. Yeah. And then Viz says Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. I don't know what character you're talking about, but I'm gonna trust you. Shere Khan from the Jungle Book. Wait, is it the bear? Shere Khan. Let's have a look. Oh, it's the tiger. Very good. Good knowledge. Well done, Shere Khan. I probably have watched the Jungle Book, but I can't remember. Simba, definitely. Spider, yeah, I think it's asking for specific names, because if it's any animal, then I guess, surely every animal has appeared in some movie at least once. So I think it's looking for famous animal names. But very good, well done. Okay, next one. We have things on a beach. Things on a beach. Of course, I put sand. That is the first one that I thought. Sand castle, very good. And then, what was it? Sunbathing. Sunbathing is an activity, not a thing. We're talking about a thing, I think, not an activity or action. Surfboard, good one. Seashells, very nice. Viz says seaweed and Rob says shells. That's a great one. Yeah, very well done. I think, yeah, you guys thought of a lot more than I did. I just put sand. That was the easiest one. Seagulls, very good. What is the website? The website is called Swellgarfo. If you just Google, I'll quickly show you. Scattergories online. It's the first link. It says Scattergories List Generator. Okay? So, Scattergories is the name of the game. Okay, what was it? We shouldn't have sent all the answers in one comment. They're all gone. Yeah, I know what you mean, Alessia. They disappear very quickly when you do it all in one comment. So I guess for the last one, just send your answers one by one. That would be easiest. Yeah, but very good. Well done. Okay, next one. Let's have a look at number 5. Beers. I put Stella Artois. I think Stella Artois. Yes, it is. Stella Artois is a beer from Belgium. There we go. And then Rob and Viz said Stiegel. Interesting. I didn't know. Stiegel beer. Ooh, this is a good one. Nice. From Austria. Very good. Yeah. And then oh, Sapporo beer. Very good, Alessia. Sapporo beer. Very nice. Exactly. Another famous one in Japan. Sam Adams. I didn't know about this one. Is it Sam Adams? Oh, very good. Oh, I guess this is also a famous person. So, Sam Adams Boston Lager. Good one. And then, very good. Wow. It's not common in the UK. Yeah, I guess so. But very good job, guys. And then Halloween costumes. I put serial killer. Like, Jason Voorhees. What's his name? Halloween? Or was it Friday the... Oh, that's Freddy Krueger. That's not. But yeah, serial killer, right? Somebody who... Skeleton! Oh, that's so simple. Of course, the Halloween costume, skeleton, of course. What did you guys get? Some more answers. Sorry, I missed Sierra Nevada. Skeleton. Spider-Man, another good one. Oh, of course, superheroes. Often after the timer finishes, you think, oh, Why didn't I think of that? Like, it's so obvious, but when you're focused and time is running out, you panic, right? Skeleton, very good. Scary horse. Do you mean scary house? I mean, maybe there's a scary horse, but like, I've never seen one. Snow White, another good one. Superman, very nice. Good job, guys. Well done. Okay, I'll be interested for the next one. Famous females. Famous females. Did anyone get anything? I couldn't think of a famous male. Oh, is Snow White the next? Right. I think Joya is saying Snow White for famous females. And then Sophia. Scarlett Johansson. Oh, that's a good one. Scarlett Johansson, very good. And then anything else? Sophia. Sophia who? Is it Sophia Voorhees? No, I can't think of it. Oh, there's Shirley Temple, Shirley Bassey, both Shirley. I have no idea who Shirley Bassey is. Shirley Bassey. Oh, a singer. Interesting. Okay, and then we have Shirley Temple. Definitely. I forgot what she did, but she is famous. I have heard of her before. Suzanne Sarandon. Ooh, some actors here. Very good. Serena Amini. Oh my gosh. So many. Wow. A lot of people. Very good job, guys. Wow. Susan Boyle. Selena Gomez. Very good. Scarlett Vajara. Very good. Wow. Good job, guys. I did not think of all of these. Jeez. Okay. Good stuff. Thank you very much. Let's have a look at the last one. Types of drinks. Types of drinks. What did you guys get? I got soft drink. Viz also got soft drinks. Rob said Sprite. Very nice. Oh, that's it. Soy milk, of course. Soy milk, a classic. I love soy milk. Soda, another good one. Yep. Smoothie, very nice. Yeah, I didn't think of all of those. Wow. But a soft drink. By the way, soft drink is the name of like anything that's non-alcoholic, but we also use it to talk about fizzy drinks like Sprite, Coca-Cola. Wait, actually, Rob, Viz, as other native speakers, could you please check me on that? I'm not confident. Does soft drink just mean non-alcoholic drinks? Or does it mean carbonated drinks with like carbon dioxide? Maybe I should just Google it. I'm not sure. Sherry, shandy, sparkling water. Ooh, some really good ones. Generally cold, non-alcoholic drinks, Rob says. Yeah, I think it is non-alcoholic drinks, yeah. Why did I think carbonated drinks? Anyway, so very good job. I can't believe this is so much fun. I'm glad you're enjoying it. Yeah, it's a good bit of practice. It's difficult, even for like natives. So it's a good test of your vocabulary, especially. All right, so let's do one more, but we'll make it a bit shorter. I think 8 categories is a bit much. So let's go down to, let's go 5. And we're gonna reduce the time limit to 60. Okay, let's do 80 seconds. Let's make it O. O is a good one. Let's make it 6 because O is quite easy. Okay, all right, last one, guys. This is the final round. This is the most important round. The person who wins this gets 100 points. Of course, I'm just joking. It's just a game. I'm not keeping score. There are too many people to keep score of. So let's give it a go. Oh, final one. Oh, there's only 5 categories. Can I not increase it here? Oh, we'll just go with 5. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1. Categories beginning with O. Oh no. Is it a city? Oh, sugar. Country beginning with O. What? Usually country is easy, but... Bodies of water just means anything, like, geographically. Like a lake, for example. Game terms, I guess, like darts, video games, or anything like that. Ooh, this is difficult. I thought, country, I can't think of one. Sugar. Okay, we're out of time. How did you guys do? Of course, I forgot. Son of a... Oh my gosh. I only got 3. I thought country would be easy, but for some reason, my mind just went blank. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's go for US cities. I got Orlando, but I think that's a state. Let me check. Okay. Orlando, US. It's Orlando. Oh! And anyway, that's a city. Oh, city is okay, but I spelt it wrong, so I'm wrong. Okay. And then Viz says Oakland. Oh, Rob, Oklahoma. Oh, I think Oklahoma might be a state, actually. Oklahoma. Is it a state? It's a state, unfortunately, Rob. So that would not be... But Oakland, I do think it's a city. Oakland, US. Yeah, Oakland is good. Very good. In California. No, Rob says. And then, what is it? People are saying Ohio. That is a state, isn't it? Wait, is it a city? Oh my gosh. Okay, Ohio, US. It's a US state. But sometimes the city is also the same name. But no, I think Ohio is a state. And then, what was it? Oakland. Oman is a country, I think. Yeah, let's go on to number 2. Countries. Oman, very good. Anything else? Yeah, I can't think of anything else. Oh. Countries that begin with O. Here, oh, come on, ChatGPT. Wait, there's only one country. Who said Oman? We have Morocco. Very good. Well done. Oman is the only country that begins with O, so that was a really difficult one. Wow. Nice. Good job. And then, what was it? Oklahoma's a city. Good. And then bodies of water. Oh, come on. This should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Ocean, of course. Yeah, very good. Ocean, yeah. Oxygen, not quite. I guess you can find oxygen in a body of water. But, yeah. Okay. Good job. Oxygen, H2O. Ooh, Oxbow Lake. Oh, we're talking about specific... but actually, yeah, an Oxbow Lake. It's that special, what do you call it? It's a geography term. Wow, that takes me back to school. Oxbow Lake. Well, I guess Viz is a teacher, so she would know. An Oxbow Lake is where, you know, the river kind of erodes. It breaks down the edges here, and then it becomes a separate lake. Oxbow Lake. Wow, very good. Okay. And then, ooh, be careful. Oasis is a good one. Oasis. Nice, good job. Also a famous band from the UK. Oasis is a good one. Very nice. All right, and number 4, things found at a bar. I didn't get anything for this. What did you guys get? Things in a bar? Anything? I was going to say like orange liqueur or something. Orange juice. Do most bars sell orange juice? I guess so. Yeah, it wouldn't be strange to have orange juice at a bar. Maybe apple juice as well. But yeah, Joya also says orange juice. Very nice. Number 4, an oven. Ooh, interesting. I guess, yeah, most bars serve food nowadays. So it wouldn't be strange if they had a kitchen. but then is the kitchen separate from the bar? Maybe. I'll give you 1 point, Alessia, because I think you have too many points already. Ooh, Anita, on the rocks. That is a great phrase. I can't give you a point because it's not a thing. It's a way of preparing a drink, right? On the rocks means with ice. Whiskey on the rocks, please. But that is a very good phrase. Very good. Yes, they do. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll take my answer back then. But interesting. Very good. Olives. Oh, classic. You know, sometimes they put the olives in the cocktails. That's a good one. Very good, Eddie. Wow, very creative, you guys. Okay, right, and let's move on to game terms. Game terms. So this is like any word or phrase that's used in a game, like darts, you know, bullseye, hitting the center. I put video game terms, but I'm not sure. Oh, Viz says offside for football. Very good, offside. And then Rob put OP, we think too much. I also put OP in my answer. I put OP or one hit KO. OP means overpowered, by the way. But you don't need to know this if you don't play video games. Optimizing. Yeah, optimizing is a word used in games often. Is it a specific word? Yeah, I'll accept it. Yeah, optimizing, you know, your technique or something like that. Very good. Out. Another one. Tennis. Out. And blow the whistle. Out. One hit kill. Chia, very nice. Same as me. Overheat. Overheat? What sport or what game are you talking about? Just like maybe your PC overheats from gaming, maybe? Omaha Poker. I've never heard of Omaha Poker. Objective? Yep, the objective of the game is blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, very nice. So that was great. Really well done, guys. I'm really impressed. There was a lot of vocabulary. You guys really showing off your skills here. And thank you. Oh, Formula 1 uses overheat. Thank you very much, Rob. There you go. So Joya, overheat, sounds good. This is why it's so helpful to have other like native speakers. Well, not just native speakers, just other people who know about these different sports and games. Because, you know, I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed. I'm not the smartest person. So I need you guys to help me out. But very well done, guys. Okay, yeah. Overcooked. Oh, that's a good game. I played Overcooked. I think many people have played Overcooked. But, yeah. Okay, so we'll end it there. But if you guys want to play this kind of game, I'll send the link in the chat here. And you can save that for later, okay? This is super easy to do. You can do it on your phone. You can do it anytime, anywhere, as long as you have an internet connection. And it's something nice to do with, like, you know, if you have friends who are studying English, you could do it with any language, really. I mean, even with Japanese, you just have to choose, like, for example, ka, and then US city beginning with ka, California, or something like that, right? Wait, California is a state. Damn it. Do they have California City? Anyway, you get the idea. You can do this with any language, so it's a very good game. I highly recommend it. All right, so let's move on to the final event for today. But first, I'm going to quickly prepare my notes so that I can take notes and then while people are speaking, because of course, you know, I want to take people on stage today, so hopefully you guys can, you know, share your opinions and things like that, and then I'll be listening and writing notes and of course sharing some ideas as well. But hopefully there'll be some good grammar, vocabulary, or, you know, pronunciation advice that I can give you guys today. So let's move on. First of all, we're gonna start wrong one. We're going to start with some basic to intermediate level questions. We're going to start off easy with some basic questions that anybody can answer, and then I will take people on stage. So if you want to answer the question, please raise your hand on Hello Talk. Of course, we can't do this on YouTube. You know, be brave, try to answer the questions. We are all learning together here, so don't try not to feel too nervous or embarrassed. Not many people are watching anyway, so it's okay, it's just us. So raise your hand if you want to answer the question, and then I will try to take people on stage. So first of all, that was great. Thank you, Viz. Thank you, Rob, for joining. I'll see you next time. Thank you. It was a nice surprise. Okay, right. Let's move on to the first few questions. I'm going to shuffle these. Okay, and then let's go for the first one. Oh, wrong button. Okay, I'm going to choose a random one. Random spinner. The first question or topic is... Please, hurry up. Just... Can I... There we go. That took so long. Why do birds have wings? Okay, that's actually quite a difficult one. Okay, I want to raise my hand from YouTube. Unfortunately, can't do that. Why do birds have wings? So, this is actually quite a difficult question. Why do birds have wings? Yeah, if birds didn't have wings, what would be different? Yeah, because they like to fly? I guess so. Yeah, they do like to fly. I guess they also have to fly. What would happen if birds didn't have wings? Yeah, can anyone tell me? Does anyone want to come on? Maybe for the short questions, we'll just do a quick answer. But for the larger questions, I will take someone on stage. Why do birds have wings? Well, I'm going to give you a chance to answer. Cannot see it clearly. Sorry. Why do birds have wings? Yeah, it's a bit small, isn't it? Okay, so I would say birds have wings so that... I wonder what kind of question would be in the advanced section there. Yeah, it was difficult. Don't worry, the advanced section is... it's okay. There are some normal questions here. Maintain balance. Ooh, that's a good one. Maybe similar to like cats and their tails. They use their tails to maintain their balance, right? Because the freedom, yeah, they definitely do have freedom. Yeah, they don't want to walk. I mean, they walk sometimes, right? Very good. Be careful says, traveling long distances for food and migration. That's a good one. Yeah, nice word, migration. Yeah. Because they don't have hands. Well, they don't have hands, but they can't pick up things with their wings, right? So they're not the same as hands, but definitely for migration, flying, avoiding predators. That's a very good one. Nice. Yeah, you could say like evolution. Yeah, how did they get wings? Why do they have wings? You know, natural selection, evolution, if you believe in that theory. But yeah, some good ideas. Well done. Can see the world, definitely. All right, good stuff. So let's move on to the next question. Very good start, guys. Let's random spinner. Maybe I should have just picked one at random because this takes too long. Hurry up! It's so slow. I'm sorry. Please wait. So today I think I'll have a sandwich. There we go. Finally. What is the best birthday you've ever had? What happened? Try to talk for 45 seconds. All right. Would anyone like to come on stage to answer? Share about your birthday experience. Just maybe 45 seconds. We'll go a bit longer. I think you can talk for longer if you like. Let's just check. Anybody raise their hand? Hell no. Hell no, Dan says. Okay. So, ooh, I see Mahi has raised his hand. I don't know if he raised it before, but let's try and accept him on stage. Mahi, are you still okay to come on stage? If yes, please. Actually, I'll just let him come on stage, and then if he does, he does, and if he doesn't, he doesn't. Right. Where's the button? Confirm. And I really hope the speakers work. Okay. Is Mahi coming on? Well, anyway. I ate my sister's cake before the event. Be careful, you ate your sister's cake, you thief! No, I'm joking. It was my mum's birthday the other day, so my brothers bought a really nice cake for her. And my mum said, oh, this is too much cake for just me, so please have some. And I was like, okay, don't mind if I do. Going back to one question earlier, what was it? Why do birds have wings? Maya says because if too many animals walk on the ground, it causes traffic jams. Very good answer. Traffic is usually for cars, but yeah, if all animals walked, you know, there would be too much competition, too many animals, right? So I like that idea, Maya. Good idea. Okay, so going back to the birthday question, what was it? I was a kid, I still remember. Ungrateful, eat it all. Yeah, but, you know, sometimes, especially like, if you ever have things like a potluck, do you guys know what a potluck is? A potluck is like a party where everybody brings one dish, okay? This is called a potluck. Let me put this in the vocabulary. Potluck, a party where everyone brings one dish. Okay, so potlucks are great because, you know, the host doesn't have to prepare a lot of food and you get to try, you know, food from many different countries or just, you know, people who cook different things. Some people bring dessert, some people might even bring a fresh cocktail or something like that. But the problem with potlucks is that the host will usually have all of the leftovers and they will think like, oh, I don't have space in my fridge for all of this food. So I think it's quite similar to the birthday cake situation. But there we go. So potluck, good word. And then I'd be that guy who just brings jacket potatoes. I love jacket potatoes, by the way. If you don't know what a jacket potato is, it's a baked potato, but you cut it open and you put in butter and any filling. It could be coleslaw, it could be cheese, melted cheese with potato. Ooh, I'm so hungry. Well, you can put anything. In the UK, people often put baked beans. I'm not a fan of baked beans. Let me quickly show you jacket potatoes. Here we go. Yes. So it's something like this. You cut open the potato. You can put like cheese, baked beans. Could be bacon, herbs. Ooh, this is a bit fancy. I think they've got some mayonnaise. What is that? Baked beans? I don't know. Sour cream is a good one. Yeah. Just anything that goes well with potatoes. Ooh. Oh my. Okay, I'm going to stop looking because this is just too beautiful. My mouth is watering right now. And then, what was it? Potluck party, very good. I would bring desserts and Somali tea. Ooh, I would love to try Somali tea. What is Somali tea? Is it like an iced tea? Or is it like a hot drink? But, yeah, I'm starving. Oh my gosh. Anyway, let's move on to the next question. I'm not going to shuffle because this takes too long. So I'm going to choose... someone, please choose a number. I will choose the first number from the comments. Any number. Anyone. 50. Thank you very much. Joya was first, so let's go. Have a conversation about the qualities you look for in a friend. Okay? I know the text is a bit small, but let's talk about the qualities you look for in a friend. Yeah. So qualities are like personality characteristics, kindness, honesty, humor, and things like that. So what do you look for in a friend? Of course, probably all of those things. Let's make it a bit easier. What do you think is one of the most important qualities in a friend? Yeah. What is one of the most important qualities in a friend? Again, if anybody wants to come on stage, please raise your hand. Let's have a quick chat. Yeah. It's what was it? Oh, be careful telling us about Somali tea. It's hot tea with seasoning. Seasoning? What, like salt and pepper? Wow. So it's not like a sweet tea. Is it like a savoury tea? Interesting. I will look at that later. Joya says kind and humorous. Honesty. Lele says very good. Honesty. Knowledgeable, although I'm not. Mahi, please. I'm sure you are very knowledgeable. I think don't put yourself down, you know, have a bit more confidence. But I know it's difficult to have confidence sometimes. Kindness, definitely. Faithfulness. Ooh, that's a good one, Dan. Well done. Faithfulness, you know, not betraying you, you know, always being kind of like loyal, in other words. Yeah. Do we need to open it? No, you don't have to. If you come on stage, all you need is just your voice. If I can hear you, that's enough. I know some people are, you know, don't want to show their face, and that's totally fine. So if you want to come on stage but don't show your face, that's okay. All right. So what was it? Trustworthiness, respect, compassionate. Very good. Yeah, definitely. It's really hard to choose one, isn't it? For me, how can I close the camera? I don't want to be seen. What you can do is, what was it? Put your camera sideways, so that, because I don't know if it will use your front or back camera. And then when you see which camera, just like put it on the table. So if it's the front camera, put it on like that, or you could put it like that, so we can't see you, but we can still hear you, okay? Or you can just use your hand, cover it like this. Yeah. What was it? How I would come to the stage. Yeah, please do if you want. Someone should buy you a lot of expensive gifts. Ooh, interesting. Bonus question, Dan. Should it be the girl that buys the gifts, the boy, or should it be both? Or what about like the first date? Maya, nice to see you. Thank you. I hope you're doing okay too. Either one. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, a long time ago, people, what was it? There were lots of gender stereotypes, you know, housewives were more common. But now, you know, women are working as well, and that's, you know, that's good. They can be independent financially. You know, of course, it's difficult when they have a child. They still have to take maternity leave, which is difficult for the mother because they have to take time off work. But what was it? We're going off topic, but yes, you know, treating each other, kindness, giving each other presents, you know, not just for lovers, but for friends as well. Okay. But yeah. All right. So, no one raising their hand yet. That's totally fine. We have tons of questions, although I will have to go. I have about 1 hour left. So, because there's a barbecue later, I'm going to see my friend because, as you know, I'm leaving the UK soon. So I've got to meet all my friends before I leave. But anyway, let's move on to the next thing. Let's go with, everybody, please give me a number. Leaving indefinitely? That's right, Dan. Yeah, I don't know when I will return, but I'll probably come back to the UK for like Christmas and, you know, to see family. But Mahi, thank you very much, giving me 12. I'm going to Japan, Dan. Number 12, thank you very much, Mahi. Let's have a look. What sports do you like and why? This is an easy question. Miss from apparently America. I don't know if that's true, but let's have a look. Miss, please feel free to answer this question sports, or you can answer the last question about friends. Okay, so let's have a look. Miss, are you ready to come on stage? Let's have a look. Sorry, 1 second. Oh, Hannah's next. Miss was first, so I'll accept you, Hannah, after. No, oh my gosh, everybody's coming on stage. I need to remember the order. So, let's have a look. Miss, I really hope I can hear Miss through my thing here. Miss, can you hear me?
Yes, I don't know how to turn off the
Oh,
camera.
that's okay. I
I
can't see
normally can
anything
do
right
that,
now.
but because of your display, it's somehow not.
Ah, that's true. Yeah, and it's difficult because I can't. What was it? I'm not sharing
Okay.
through my phone, so I have to share my
You
screen.
can just see my
Yeah, I just
room.
see like the floor or the wall or something. So you're okay. You're okay.
Yeah, I'm not
Oh,
from America, by the way. I'm from Germany.
Germany.
But this is my second account, and I deleted my first account. I wanted to just hide my
That's okay.
whatever because of
Yeah,
some reasons.
I totally understand. No problem. But yeah, thank you for coming on stage. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. It's very sunny today. It's
Oh,
making a
good.
good mood, but I couldn't get a well sleep, so I wanted to have a walk. I
Oh.
don't know whether I'm going to do that.
Ah, I see. Right. Sorry, did you say you might go to work?
No, walking.
Oh, walk. I see. Right. Outside in the sunshine.
Yes.
Very nice. That would be great. Yeah. So I guess, how is the weather recently in Germany? Sorry, by the way, can you guys hear Miss clearly? Just let me know in the comments. How is the weather recently in Germany?
It is like as if it has its period. You never know.
Oh,
Sometimes
really?
it's sunny, sometimes it's cloudy.
Yep. I know what you mean.
Today it's sunny, but next week it's going to be very cloudy and rainy.
Oh,
So
I
that's why
see.
I
That's a
wanted
shame.
to use this opportunity.
Definitely. Yeah, take the chance to go outside, right? Because it's, I guess, Germany, it's also quite unpredictable, the weather, that is.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Oof, I see. But yeah, hopefully you can enjoy the sun later. But yeah,
Thank
so
you.
would you like to answer one of the questions? We can do the sports one or the friends question. Which one would you like to do?
I just joined a minute ago. Can you read
Yeah, sure,
the
no
question with the
worries. So we had what sports do you like to do and why? Or we can do the, where was it? I think it was this one. The qualities you look for in a friend. So, like, what do you think is important when choosing your friends?
Mhm. I think I'm going to with the friends question.
Sounds
I
good.
am very selective, interestingly, with women. When I select a girl as a friend, I always let them know, like, I choose you to be my friend.
Yeah,
And the reason and the reasons are I see a good person. I'm looking whether a person has good intentions with you, and you can be angry, you can have like sometimes very bad moods, but
yeah,
I'm looking whether the sense is a good, like a good heart
true,
person.
true.
And very, for me, it's interesting, a very important communication. It is like the item I need to have a relationship.
Yeah,
So you need to communicate everything with me, and I also need to have the feeling I can communicate everything with you.
exactly.
um, so also like be loyal, but sometimes they don't not everyone has the same perception of
Mm,
being loyal as I have.
true,
So I need to like I try to sense or understand their perception and try to adjust. I'm very flexible, fluid, but it's very important for me is, as I told you, having a good intention
true.
and
Mm.
not being an evil person.
Yeah, exactly. People who have the same values as you. And I guess I found it interesting how you said I'm selective about my friends, especially with women. Is that right?
Yeah, that is true.
Why are you more selective with women? Because I would have thought usually with men, generally, unfortunately, because of the world we live in, men tend to be very like, they want to date on even on Hello Talk and they have ulterior motives. But for you, why are you more selective about women?
That is a very good question. I never understood. I think it is rooted with my relationship to my brother and
Hmm.
my
Ah,
parents.
right.
With women, I cannot uh, accept bad behavior. But
Hmm.
with men, somehow, I don't know why, I can be very more understandable and patient. Like if I see a man who is doing very shitty thing, who's been narcissistic, whatsoever, I can like approach him in an understandable way and try to help him out. But not with a woman. I really don't know why.
Interesting. But yeah, it could be just because, as you said, you have a younger or older brother?
Older brother.
Older brother. Yeah, family connections can definitely affect how we interact with the same or opposite sex, definitely, right? But maybe it's also because until now, are most of your friends female, male, or a mix of both?
It's mixed.
Oh, okay, it is a
But
mix. Hmm.
it's mixed, but maybe girls more because I don't know, just girls more.
Interesting. Yeah. Because for
Yeah.
me, I've had mostly male friends growing up in school, but now, especially when I'm moving to Japan, I think like 90% of my friends are girls, and I don't know why. But um, yeah, interesting. Do you notice that when you interact with men versus women, do you treat them slightly differently, even like unconsciously?
I treat every friend differently.
Yeah.
I have friends within the female field.
Hmm.
I have friends for travel. I have friends for having deep talks. I have
Hmm.
friends for just doing some random or crazy stuff. I literally categorize them. But with men, I swear it's different. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, humans are complex, and I think we treat everyone like slightly differently, right? We have these different groups, like our sporty group, our, deep
Yeah.
conversations group. So that's very normal, I think. Yeah, but very well done. Can I just point out one thing, if you don't mind, about the English? First of all, your English is excellent. Your fluency, your pronunciation. I think the mic quality is not great because it's, a smartphone, but your pronunciation, from what I can hear, very clear. So, really well done. Um,
Thank you very
just
much.
one thing. Earlier, you said I can be more understandable with men. Yeah. Um, can you tell me? There's one tiny mistake here, if you don't mind me pointing it out.
Mhm.
Can you tell me what's wrong here? It's
I
one
can
word.
be that is so funny. It is a sentence I would if I would translate it in German, it's how I would say it in German.
Interesting. Right.
I can be more understandable with regards to men, maybe.
Ooh, it's not that part that's wrong. I'll give
Right.
you a clue.
Understandable.
When you add the suffix able, what does that mean?
Is it an adjective? Like
Ooh,
adverb, sorry.
oh, it's not an adverb. This is a suffix. Like a suffix is something that attaches onto the end of a word. So blah blah. Like, for example, oh, can I think of another? I can't think of a suffix, but submarine. Sub is a prefix. It's a part that we attach to the beginning of a
Mm.
word. Able. If you say I am able to, what does that mean?
I can do it.
Very good.
Like I have the capacity or I'm capable of.
Very good. Capable is another one. Very nice. Yeah, capable also has able, right? So
Mm.
when you say you are understandable with men, it means that they understand you easily,
Ah,
right? But you're talking about like being patient and being more forgiving, right?
yeah, and having empathy, yes.
Exactly, yeah. So in this case, we wouldn't say understandable, we would say understand. Any idea?
Um, more.
There's another suffix.
Uh, ah, I can understand man better, maybe, but
That's okay.
uh,
Hmm. I'll
I
give.
can't find any synonyms. I'm
That's
sorry.
okay. No worries. We would say understanding.
Understanding.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, for example, if I'm like really tired and I'm not speaking well, I might say, "Oh, please be understanding. Like, I'm just really tired." So it's like, please be
Hmm.
patient. Okay.
Thank you very much.
No, but really good job. I'm very impressed with your English. How long have you been studying for?
I used this app, I guess last
Mm,
year. It was
mm,
October. Since then, I'm
nice.
speaking like regularly.
Yeah.
Before that, I was just doing self-study, but not that much.
Oh, I see.
And I have a question. Do you
Yeah.
hear any strong accent or?
Again, because of the mic quality, it's hard for me to hear, especially my speakers as well. But what was it? I hear a tiny bit of an accent, but like I have to focus. Like if you didn't say from Germany,
Hmm.
I probably couldn't tell which country you were from, and also I wouldn't notice it straight away.
Oh, thank you very
Yeah,
much.
so I think you're doing a great
That-
job. But again,
Very
we've
motivating.
sorry,
Yeah.
say that again.
It is very motivating. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
definitely. Yeah, of course. And of course, I'm not just flattering you, to make you feel good, because of course, I want to help you, and just giving you flattery is not helpful. But yeah, if I had a chance to teach you as a regular student, I could probably pick up some, patterns or small mistakes. But for now, you're doing a great job.
Thank you very much.
No worries, okay? Was there any final thing that you wanted to ask before I let someone else have a chance to speak?
No, but are you online regularly?
Yeah, so I stream every Saturday at around this time, and sometimes Fridays, but always on YouTube and Hello Talk.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Super.
No, thank you
I'm
for
gonna catch
asking.
up again. Thank you very
Hopefully, I
much.
get the chance to speak to you soon, okay?
Yeah. I don't know how to get down. You can
Oh,
just
that's okay. I will do that for you.
okay.
So let's. Oh,
Thank
I
you.
can turn off your camera for you. I just realized. Okay, but yeah, have a wonderful day, miss, and take care. Thanks
You
again.
too. Bye.
Bye. All right, great stuff. Thank you very much to Miss. Wonderful. Let me quickly answer the comments and then we'll accept the next speaker. Okay? Um, Behavior is the most important. How he talks to me and treats me. Definitely. Yeah. Interesting, isn't it? Getting people from different countries, our cultural values, and, the things we think are important sometimes can be different depending on the country, depending on how we were raised and all of these things, right? I studied psychology and we studied a lot about how people get different values and different ways of thinking. And they've done hundreds of studies on different countries and cultures, but it's fascinating. One of my favorite subjects. But anyway, what was it? Greetings from Spain, wonderful. Women are complicated. She hides her yes or no. It depends on how you're going to take it. I mean, a lot of people say women are complicated, and I kind of understand what they mean. I think women are more careful with their words, and they don't like they choose their words more carefully. Whereas men were, I guess, I don't want to say we're simple, but like when we're emotional, we just like say things very quickly. And I've heard from my, what was it, some of my students' parents, because a lot of my students are young children, they often tell me daughters are harder to understand than sons because the girls and daughters will not readily show their feelings, or they are very good at hiding things. So maybe that's why. But anyway, Mahi, I apologize. My voice might not match with the image. There's a small delay. I'll try to fix that in the future. But yeah, able to be understood. Good, Hannah. And then yeah. All right. So let's. Oh no, Hannah has disappeared. I'm gonna give Hannah a chance to raise her hand again because she was there earlier. I saw her come up second. So Hannah, if you want to come on stage, if not, I will accept. Be careful from Australia, apparently, on stage. Okay, so Hannah, you have 10 seconds to quickly press the button and answer a question. Have a quick chat. 10, 9, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. Well, if you raise your hand in the future, you can come on again. But for now, let's take on Be Careful. All right. I've sent the invitation. Hopefully he's here. And then while we're... Oh! Let's have a look. Okay, Be Careful. Can you hear me?
Hello, teacher. Can you hear me?
Wonderful. Okay, nice to meet you. My name's Eric.
Nice to meet you.
Good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, wonderful.
Wonderful.
It's
Okay.
been a good day.
Very good.
I'm a bit anxious.
That's
My
okay.
exam.
Don't worry. Just relax. You know, just
I'm
ignore.
feeling nervous.
Yeah, that is so normal. You know, when I was a teacher, when I did my first class, when I studied Japanese and, you know, spoke for the first time, I was super nervous. But you'll be fine. Okay? Yeah?
Technically, I'm a shy person.
That's okay.
I always like to write comments. I like to give comments, but talking is a bit harsh to me.
It's difficult, isn't it? Yeah. But, you know, you can't improve your speaking unless you try to do it. So you're very brave, you know, for coming on stage today. So thank you so much. But yeah, so did you have a question or did you have a comment or maybe you wanted to answer a question?
Yeah, of course, I have a question.
Sounds good.
Not only one, maybe two, there can be
That's
three.
okay. Yeah, no worries.
But yeah, I will be back for the question. I think so. I know I'm gonna answer
Sounds
the
good.
question you've been asking us. So I'm not good at sports, so I will pick the friend one.
Sounds good. So sports.
Yeah, I'm not good at sports. I don't have any favorite sports. Okay.
Okay.
So do I have to tell you what I would like in friendship?
Yeah. Okay. So you're going to answer the friendship question.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, do your best. We won't set a time limit, but yeah, just tell me what kind of things do you look for in a friend?
I look for in a friend to be trustworthy,
Definitely.
respectful, also not judgmental.
Definitely,
I
that's a
want,
good word.
yeah. I would like to them just like to be aligned with my energy, to match for my energy, so that we won't have any conflicts in our friendship.
Very true.
So basically, I had two friends, and the experience wasn't good.
Oh.
No, but so I'm not. It's long story. I don't have to tell that.
Yeah.
So for maybe almost 2 years, I haven't had any friends outside of my family. So now I have lately my sisters, like some of my sisters are my bestie close friends. So I trust them. I talk to them openly.
That's good.
Well, I don't want to hide, like, because when they helping me, like, my like, while I get trust issue, sometimes I get trust issue. I don't trust anyone. So my sister's helping me while I'm having problems, difficult to talk to them and open my heart to them and like talk to them heartily, not like and tell everything. I wouldn't tell everything like someone who's outside of my family. So now the only friends I have are my two of my sisters. We talk, we share things, money, jokes. We help each other. We have mutual like friendship.
Very good. Mm,
So that helps me, like I don't worry about like someone, like what if like if I tell this person my secret, what if he like spread it out, what if he display the secret disclosely. So my sister like
mm,
insecurely from that side of insecurity.
right. Mm, mm, mm. Yeah, I mean, first of all, great answer. You know, you were able to speak for almost like 2 minutes there. Um, a lot of great vocabulary as well, insecurity, and it is difficult, isn't it? You know, finding someone you can trust, especially if you've had that experience, like it can be a traumatic experience, right? You believe someone, you know, a friend was somebody you could trust, and then they betray your trust or they do something terrible to you. And unfortunately, that's just a part of life, right? But it's wonderful that you have your sisters who you can rely on, confide in, and share all of your, you know, worries with. I'm really glad you have that good sister.
Yeah,
Mm,
exactly.
mm, mm.
Exactly. I didn't speak that precisely
No, no.
because of my anxiety
Yeah, that's okay.
has been killing me since I came on this
You're
stage.
doing a great job. For example, killing me, that is a very casual, very nice phrase. And I think on stage, like with most things, once you get past the first like minute, and then when you're focused on just answering the question, you don't have the brain power to be nervous. You just forget and you're focused, which I think is what happened
Yeah,
here. So you spoke really well.
yeah, because I'm focusing on like people always have to speak from the mind, not from the like while you focus on something else, you get distracted
Mm,
by that thing, and you were not able to like demonstrate any skills, whether it's like you can't speak
mm,
properly, like
mm,
you,
mm, mm,
yeah. And I know that I want to get rid of that. I'm working on it, that
mm. Exactly.
I'm working on that.
That's great. Yeah, and I think you're doing a great job. Funnily enough, an interesting thing that I've noticed after teaching for so many years is a lot of people are most scared of their speaking ability, that is, answering questions. But actually, most people can do this pretty well. However, there are some things that people don't do so well, which is the listening part. And I don't mean like understanding what the native is saying, but it's things like
Hmm.
reactions. Just then, I heard you say, like, mm hmm, that's great. Right, I can't see your face right now, but reactions are one of the most important things to show that you're listening and
Hmm.
build a connection, right? Um, and it's other things like, you know, facial expressions, smiling, you know, that's also kind of a skill because if you don't smile and you look serious, especially when you're focused, it can give
Oh,
off a
thank
certain like impression, right? Even if that's not you. But yeah, I think you're doing a great job. Yeah. Mm,
thank you, teacher.
mm,
I really appreciate
no,
for
not
giving
at
me
all.
this opportunity to
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
and maybe to share my thoughts.
definitely,
So I really
definitely.
appreciate for that.
Yeah, and
Thank you for to you.
no, thank you so much. And please do, you know, in the chat, send some comments if you want to share your opinion, because you know it seems like you have had a lot of experiences that you can share with us, and it's always great to have your input. So thank you so much.
I will never miss out your life again. This is my first time coming
Oh,
your
really?
stage,
Wow. So your first
obviously.
time. Hmm.
Yeah, I followed you because I want to improve my accent and my
Yeah.
English as well.
Mm, mm,
I
mm.
have been learning English for 1 year and a half.
Wow.
Um,
That's great.
like I teach English like just how do you say
Oh,
by myself? I study
very
English
good.
by myself.
Mm, mm.
Or is it self teach?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm self-taught or I self-study. Both are okay.
Yeah, I'm self study.
Very
So
good.
I followed you maybe 5 days ago.
Oh,
I
wonderful.
remember,
Mm, mm.
or
No,
six
thank you so
days maybe.
much.
It's about a week,
Mm, mm.
so I won't miss out any like your life, like your life. What do you say? Oh my
Thank,
God.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I won't miss your live streams or something like that. But yeah, no worries. And I'm gonna be doing this for a long time. I don't know how long, but I've been doing YouTube for a year, but live streaming maybe less than a year. But yeah, I look forward to speaking with you in the future.
Also, I would like to subscribe your YouTube as well.
Oh, sure, no
So
problem. I'll put a link in the chat. Okay.
yeah.
Thank you so much.
So the question was,
Yes,
I'm really bad at reading and writing,
that's okay.
but 100% I listen a lot. All I do is I listen.
Yes.
And sometimes when I have a time, I talk. I open my voice room and I talk to people, like new people. I interact with new people, engage with new people. Like just maybe 1 hour or 1 hour and a half, or maybe only half 30 minutes. So my question is, what is the best way I can improve my RB accent,
Right. So you're talking about
my British accent?
pronunciation?
So yeah, especially I want to learn RB, the
RP. Right.
received pronunciation.
Good question. Pronunciation is a difficult one. Of course, the normal methods are like shadowing, copying a native speaker, and things like that. One thing I highly recommend, which is killing two birds with one stone, is finding graded readers or audiobooks that have a kind of read aloud function, especially Amazon Kindle's like Audible. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't heard. I haven't heard of it before. What is it?
So, Amazon, do you know the company Amazon?
Yeah, I know the Amazon.
Yes, that's fine. So Kindle is like no, sorry, it's not Kindle. It's Audible. It's an audiobook service, and they have like most famous or popular books will have an audiobook version where you can read it and listen at the same time. But what I recommend are graded readers because most native books are too difficult. They're really difficult. But the problem with other services is that nowadays with AI, there's a lot of like automatic, like the robotic voice, which is like not very natural. But the graded readers I use for teaching my students has a very good read aloud function, and it's very natural. So let me just quickly show you. They are called, let's see. Oops, sorry. 1 second. Do I remember my login details, please? Okay, great. So you can
It's
see
fine.
here, this is called the Oxford Reading Club. And let's say, for example, I choose The Bad House. This is like a level 5 one for children. If I go into here and bring the window over here, sorry, 1 second as it loads up. So you can make notes and stuff, but there's a nice read aloud function. So if you click here, read to me.
You built me.
Ooh, that's a bit loud. Sorry, 1 second. So.
To look after you, said Vesta. I can't do that if you're not in the house.
And so on. Now, the nice thing about this is that it is a real human reading this. It sounds robotic because it's a story.
Everything was quiet.
It's a story about a computer who's like taking over the house. But it's natural intonation. You can control the speed as well, and it has both British and American English. So I highly recommend something like this. Okay.
Oh, thank you. Can you put the name at the
Yes,
comment section?
I'll put it in
please?
the comments. Thank you. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let me put it over here. So this is Oxford Reading Club. There's a really good like Android and Apple application for this as well. So yeah, I highly recommend it.
Oh, thank you so
Okay,
much. I
no
really
worries.
appreciate it.
Yeah, but it takes a while. But thank you so much. I'm gonna give someone a chance to come on stage now. But yeah, have a wonderful evening.
Thank you, teacher. You too have a
Thank
wonderful
you.
day. So maybe you have to drop me off. I don't know how
That's
to
okay. I'll
get
do that
down.
now. Thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Have a
Bye.
nice day. Bye.
There we go. Wonderful. Another guest, another question. That was great. Yeah, well done, guys, for all of these questions. And let me quickly read some of the comments. Hannah, sorry you ran out of time. That's okay. Don't worry. Where are your friends and table? Michael says they're gone, but they were in taking part earlier. Hi, Knots. Nice to see you on the YouTube side. So Julian says, I catch your YouTube live sometimes. I wanted to watch it on Hello Talk this time. Yeah, Hello Talk is a bit different. It's nice because on Hello Talk you can come on stage just like these people did now. But yeah, for people who want to find my YouTube channel, you can find the live here. Okay, I'll pin that for you. Okay, great. And then self-study. Yeah, definitely. Self-study is super important if you want to improve. I always say that taking lessons with a private tutor and self-study, they're both important. Like just self-studying or just taking a tutor's lesson, if you just do one or the other, you will have some habits, or rather you will grow at a very limited speed. So I highly encourage you to, try different methods, try different things. Yeah, if you don't like something, then don't do it. Yeah, because it's stressful to continue doing something you don't enjoy. Okay, there is more than one way of learning languages, so try lots of different things. But yeah, Jeff, nice to see you. But what was it? I will be, let's see, I'm gonna quickly have a look at some other questions just to give you a few choices. So let's go for some random ones. Let's go to 35. Well, actually, I think we've warmed up enough. Let's go for some advanced speaking questions. Okay, alright, so can everyone please give me a number? I will take the first number and let's have a look. So, what number would you guys like? Any ideas? So, if not, I will pick one in 3. Oh, 6. Thank you very much, Madavi. Ooh, Jeff also says 6. Let's have a look. Ooh, this is a tough one. Is it more important to get a job you love or one that pays you a lot of money? This is a classic dilemma, isn't it? Hi, nice to see you, Nasra, on the YouTube side. This is a classic dilemma, right? Do you pick your dream job or do you pick the job that you can get a lot of money from, the one with a high salary? Of course, there are many other factors to consider. The working time, the commute time, is it far away? Can you remote work? How was the holiday? And things like that. But just thinking about money versus enjoyment, let's stick to those two main points, right? Now, Hannah says, certainly lots of money. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, you could do a high paying job for like maybe just 5 or 10 years and then switch to something that you're passionate about. For me, I definitely chose the job that I love, that is teaching, because as you may know, teachers don't get much money. They're not paid that much. But the way I see it, if you do a job you really love, you're going to be more motivated. And you have a higher chance of improving and being better than the average person, right? Because many people become teachers, for example, just because it's easy, or maybe they don't know what to do, or they just think it sounds cool, which is, they're all okay reasons. But if you are really passionate about any job, then of course you're gonna you think about your job and how to improve even when you're not working, yeah, because you love it. You're always thinking about different ways to do things, different ways to, I don't know, live stream or, teach, for example. So as a result, you're gonna be better than most. I'm not saying I am, by the way. This is just an example. But you're gonna spend more time perfecting your technique and then improving. Avocado, nice to see you. And as a result, of course, if you become better than most people, or you become, unique in some way and you stand out, that will lead to more money, right? But if you're doing something just for money, then yeah, it might be a lot of money at the start, but you'll probably stay at that point, and you might be so stressed that you don't even have the time or energy to think about how to improve in these other things. So that's my opinion. But again, there are many other factors that you have to think about when choosing this path. But there we go. Jeff says, in my case, I switched to a new job, which is less pay, but I love my new job. I feel energetic every day. That's great. Yeah. I think a lot of people overestimate, how much happiness money can bring us, right? Yeah, of course, we need money to buy a house. We need money to, have nice things. But a lot of people are working so hard to get this money, and then, they're too tired to enjoy their nice new car. They don't have time to enjoy their nice new house because they're always in the office. So you need to remember that money cannot always buy happiness, and, trying to go for just money, aiming for that, golden salary, can often make you less happier than if you chose something with a lower salary, right? Especially if you're a parent who doesn't have time to spend with their kids, okay? But it's difficult. Definitely the job I enjoy because I don't want to burn out. Burnout, definitely a big problem, yeah? Even you perform well when doing your favorite job. The worst is to have a job that what one doesn't like with a low salary. That's right. That's the worst of both worlds, right? The achievement I get from the job satisfies me more than money can do. Exactly, right? I can really relate to what Jeff just said, because yes, teaching doesn't bring me much money, and I can't buy, I don't know, for example, I want a really powerful PC so that, I can have a high quality camera and everything. But at the end of the day, I'm just happy talking to you guys. I'm happy teaching, learning about different countries, and, playing games with you guys. That's enough for me, right? So definitely that sense of achievement, being able to help people, right? Customer service, changing people's lives. You can't do that with every job, so... Anyway, does anyone want to come on stage and, what was it? Jeff, I had you last time, so I'm going to give someone else a chance to come on stage. Avocado, this year I got a lower salary, but I don't need to spend a lot of money for entertainment. I got a more enjoyable job, definitely. Yeah, it's less stress, and just life doesn't suck when you have a job you enjoy, right? But you can always, increase your salary if you work hard enough and improve your skills. But it's very difficult to leave a job and find something else, a different place that will accept you, right? Because, people often find it very difficult to quit and, leave a place after they've been there for 5, 6, or 7 years. And often, the longer you stay in one company, the harder it becomes to leave. And this is because of a psychological effect called the sunk cost effect. The sunk cost effect means the more time or energy or money you spend on something, the harder it is to quit. And that's why gambling is a huge addiction, because they always think, oh, if I just spend a bit more money, I'm going to get my money back, yeah? Or oh, I've already lost so much money, I need to spend more to get some back. I can't lose it. But then, because of luck, they often lose more. So, yeah, it's difficult. But, okay, right. I can feel your energy even after your whole day of teaching. Jeff, thank you very much. Yeah. It's not too bad on Saturdays because I don't have lessons in the morning. I have my Japanese lesson, but that's easy. Like, it's just 1 hour of speaking Japanese. But, yeah. When I go to Japan, I might try to do a live stream, in the evening in Japan, which would be the same time as now because of the time difference. But we'll see how energetic I am when I move to Japan, because I'll probably live stream at maybe 9 p.m, which will be after my lessons. And often I do, what was it? Recently, I will have maybe 5, 6... between 6 and 10 lessons in a row. I know it's not healthy, but I like to do all of my lessons with no break. So, for example, often I will teach for 5 hours with no break. I like to do it this way just because, when you get a short lunch break between, for your job, and then you think 30 minutes is not enough, but an hour is too long. It's like, it's a kind of inconvenient amount of time. For me, 30 minutes is too long. No, sorry. It's not long enough to relax completely. But I also don't want to read a book. I don't want to watch something. I don't want to have lunch because I feel like it's not enough time to enjoy that time. So that's why I prefer to just do the lessons, and then after I finish my 10th lesson, after 5 hours, I just go, bye, click. And then just like 5 minutes, I close my eyes. I'm not sleeping, but I'm just like, because I'm looking at a bright screen, I don't know why I don't need glasses yet. Like, I'm surprised my eyes are not dead. Anyway. But yeah. Teacher Eric, you're right. Money can satisfy people for a short time, but not always true. May I talk about sports? Yeah, of course, Hannah. If you want to raise your hand, I'll quickly let you come on stage. Please do. Oh, there we go. Instant. Wonderful. This will be my first time speaking to Hannah. Let's have a look. Okay. Hannah, can you hear me? Oh, I heard you. Can you hear me? Testing, testing. I can hear you.
Oh, you can hear me.
Yeah, I can hear you. Perfect. How are you doing?
Oh, hi, I'm doing well. I'm looking forward to your lesson for the whole week.
Oh, thank you for waiting. Yeah, and it's so nice to meet you. You've been so active and giving us lots of comments and opinions, so thank you so much, Hannah.
Thank you. We should say thank you because you are so energetic, and every time I listen to your class, I feel I'm alive again.
After a long day of work or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I'm glad to hear it. Yeah. I mean, I do my best to bring the energy, but yeah, what was it? So did you have like a question, a comment, or anything you wanted to say?
Do you have any secret to be so happy all the time?
Ooh, that was a difficult question. Do I have a secret? Not really. It's just, I wasn't always this happy, or rather, I wasn't good at acting happy, because sometimes I do have to act, especially for the children, because, children are very honest. If you're not energetic, they will be bored. But yeah, it's just as a result of teaching experience, I realized that if I'm happy, I can make others happy. And then when my students are smiling and laughing, that also makes me really happy, even if I was acting at first. So yeah, it's just practice.
Wow. Wow. Yes, that's why you are the one. You are the best of the best teachers here.
No, that's very sweet. Yeah, I like to believe that. But thank you for the kind comment.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a good week?
I did have a good
How
week.
was
Thank
your
you
week?
for asking. Yeah, not many people ask me that, so thank you, Hannah. What was it? Yeah, I've
Yes.
just been packing, just
Mm-hmm.
getting ready to move to Japan. I think it's like
Oh.
maybe 9 days now. So lots
Mm-hmm.
of packing to do.
Yes, I saw your post that you said you cannot go to Japan as scheduled, right?
Did I say that? What was it? I think, what was it? Maybe I said something like, I can't bring everything with me to Japan. But yeah, I'll be going to Japan as usual, on schedule.
May I ask, what will you bring in
That's a
your
good question.
in your package
Very good. In your suitcase?
suitcase?
Yeah. Good question. I'm gonna bring a lot of like electronic equipment, like my microphone here, maybe a monitor if I have space, and maybe some books, but mostly electronic equipment and clothes, of course.
Wow, that sounds quite heavy if you put them all together.
Yeah. I have a limit of 2 suitcases, 23 kilograms each, so it should be okay.
Oh, okay. Good luck.
No,
Wish
thank
you
you.
a wonderful journey.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. But yeah, and I
Mhm.
appreciate all the questions, but of course, I want to give you a chance to speak, Hannah. So yeah, would you like to answer one of the questions?
Thank you for allowing me to speak
Of
here. Thank you,
course.
teacher. I would like to answer the question about the sports.
Sports sounds good. So, what sports do you like? Was it?
I particularly like volleyball.
Ooh, volleyball. Why's that?
I had the volleyball lessons when I was in high school, and I was in the volleyball team when I was a college student.
Very good.
And when I play volleyball, all the pressure will go away.
Interesting.
Yes.
When you say
And
pressure, what
mhm.
kind of pressure are you talking about?
When I was a student, there was not really much pressure, in fact,
Oh,
but
really?
just some. But now it's different. Now, it's hard for me to be happy. I don't know
Hmm.
why. And some days ago, I was able to play the volleyball again, but it was alone. But still, I felt all the emotions will go away when you are playing the ball.
I
Mhm.
see. And when you say emotions, I guess you're talking about like the stress of everyday life.
Yes, yes, those negative feelings will just leave you for some minutes, and you will get rid of them.
True, exactly. Yeah, I think
Yes.
it's quite similar to. This is why hobbies are so important, right? Because when we do something that's not related to work and we have to focus, could be something like speaking English right now, people feel
Mhm.
nervous before the conversation begins, but once they start the conversation, the brain is too busy thinking about listening, pronunciation, and speaking to be nervous, right? So I think it's quite similar.
I want to tell you something.
Yeah,
Before I go on stage, I was very nervous, but
really.
when
I'm
I
not
come here,
surprised.
yes, it suddenly become quite fine, and I don't know why you have the magic.
Oh, it's not me. It's not me. I mean,
It's
well,
you.
maybe it's me, but like, yeah, I think you're fine, and like, you're doing a great job. Your pronunciation is great, and I can see that you're studying English very hard, and yeah, I think it's mostly because of your own efforts.
Thank you, teacher.
No,
Um,
mm,
I will keep following you
no, that's
and
very sweet.
keep following your life in Japan. I'm
Thank you.
looking forward to your
Yeah,
wonderful life there.
I'm gonna show you around my new Japanese apartment and things like that.
Yes,
But
yes, please,
yeah,
thank you.
no, thank you. And
Okay.
what was it? Sorry, did you want to add something more to the what was it? Talking about the volleyball and stress.
Mm, mm, not really, but volleyball, it's a game that you need to play with six people, you know.
True,
So
true.
now for me, it's so hard to
It
play it
is.
again. I
Mm.
don't have those people.
It is difficult, isn't it? Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, are you working right now?
Yes, I'm working.
Right, I see. And what do you do?
I am a waitress.
Waitress, wonderful. Right. So I guess it's
hmm
quite difficult to find like co-workers or just anyone to play volleyball with.
Yes,
Yeah.
they don't have that hobby. It's quite difficult to find
It is,
another
yes,
person.
yeah, I see.
hmm
Are there any like local community events or clubs or like meetup applications where you can find groups with the same hobbies?
I'm not sure.
Not sure. Mm.
You know, in a college, in a university, it's okay for you to
True.
find a field, but outside the university, it's really
It
hard to
is.
find those.
Definitely. We often take it for granted, right? After we leave university, we think, oh, I should have joined this club. I should have played more sports and things like that, right?
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. We will cherish something after we lose it. Oh.
Exactly. Yeah, that's exactly, taking something for granted. We only appreciate something when it's gone, especially when it comes to, parents, friendships, and things like that.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, teacher. Nice
Not at
talking to
all.
you. And
Yeah,
if you want, you can give another person the opportunity to come here. I
that's
hope I will
very
not
kind of
take
you,
on too
honey.
much of your time. Thank
No,
you so
no,
much.
thank you so much. Oh, before you go, do you mind if I teach you one thing relating to English?
Yes,
Yeah?
yes. Thank you.
So,
Oh.
overall, you did a great job. Just one tiny thing. Earlier, you said this. Could you read this for me, Hannah?
Accidentally, I was able to play volleyball.
Very good. Well done. Great pronunciation. I felt like I was listening to like an audiobook. There was one small thing that was a little unnatural, but I completely understand what you wanted to say. Oops, wrong one. Can you tell me what's unnatural about this sentence?
Accidentally,
Oh, good. Why is accidentally unnatural?
it is something that happened. It's like something emergent that happened.
Oh, very good. Okay. You're getting closer. And when you say emergencies, can you give me an example of an emergency?
For example, you're stuck in the traffic, or someone's hurt.
Very good. Nice. And all of these examples, are they good things or bad things?
Bad.
So the key here, accidents are negative events. It could be a car crash, injuring yourself. So when you say, I was able to play volleyball, which is a good thing, for the first time in a long time, you enjoyed yourself. Accidentally, negative. I could play volleyball. Positive. Huh? Sounds a bit weird. Okay.
So what should I use here to?
Can you think of any other words that are quite similar?
Um,
Any other
um,
phrase? If you're not sure, that's okay.
Fortunately.
Oh, that's a good one. That's what I would have chosen. So fortunately, or what was it? I think Jeff mentioned by chance.
Yeah,
Or you could
yes,
say like I had the chance or something like that.
Hmm.
But fortunately is what I would say. Yeah, or luckily. They're both the same. Okay?
Thank you, teacher.
No, you're very welcome. But yeah, normally I write a lot of notes when correcting people, but I couldn't find many mistakes with you for pronunciation, vocabulary, or grammar. So really good job, Hannah.
You're just so kind. Thank you, teacher.
No, not at all. But yeah, hopefully I'll see you in the future, Hannah. But for now, take care.
Okay.
Thank
Take
you.
care too, teacher.
See you.
Bye bye.
Bye. And then, sorry, let me press the button here. And then that's it. Wow, Hannah, what? I feel like everybody who comes on stage is like so good at English. Everybody thinks like, oh no, I'm not that good. And I totally understand because I'm the same when I speak Japanese. Like, when people say, わ、日本語上手ですよね and I'll be like, yeah, とんでもないです But anyway, sorry, I've been ignoring the what was it, YouTube chat for a while. Elnaz, nice to see you. I am rolling skateboard couch. What does that mean? Luckily, very good. But yes. So Hannah was great, wasn't she? Yeah. And then why you can speak Japanese? Why can you speak Japanese? Because I self-studied it for 7, maybe 8 years now. I self-studied it because I'm a very stingy person. I don't like spending money, or rather, I like saving money. But anyway, going to a language school costs a lot of money, and my parents are... I'm very lucky. My parents have their own business, so they paid for a lot of things, but after I became a university student, I wanted to become more independent. So when I said to my parents, you know, I'm thinking about studying Japanese because I might work there in the future, and they said, oh, okay, we'll pay for your language school. And I was like, I feel like it's a waste of money. It's not. This is another complex topic. Should you go to a language school or should you self-study? You know, there are 2 options. The short answer is, if you're a working adult and you don't have so much time, I recommend a language school. But if you do have more time but less money, I would recommend self-studying. But I would say self-studying is more difficult because the problem is motivation. Also, you have to decide what textbook you're going to study. You have to decide, you know, what you want to study in what order. And you also have to understand your own weaknesses. You have to think like, ooh, my pronunciation's not good. I'm going to spend more time on that. But if you have a teacher, if you're at a language school, they can decide for you. So, pros and cons. But anyway, oh, I told that when you were speaking about sports. Thank you, Elnaz. Sorry, it's really hard for me. Yulia, nice to see you on the YouTube side. Yeah, people, I think, are running out of time on the Hello Talk side, so they're moving to the YouTube side, which is also fine. Also, when I move to Japan, I'm thinking about uploading more YouTube videos and maybe doing not less live streams, but you know those lesson live streams where I do like British weddings, school, moral dilemmas? It takes me about a week to prepare those, presentations. But I realized that, of course, it's good once in a while, but also these free talk streams, like right now, getting the chance to talk to you guys and hear your opinions, this is also a really good, like, chance to learn. It's a different way of learning, right? It's very, like, interactive. Whereas the presentation, it's very one way, where I just like, hey, here's some new words, here's some information, just listen. So 2 birds with 1 stone. I'm going to do less lesson live streams, maybe once every 2 weeks instead of every week. And I'm going to try and make more YouTube videos so that you guys can watch it at any time. But I'll be honest, I don't think I'm very good at making YouTube videos, but I don't want to give up, so we'll give it another go, okay? Thank you, Yulia, thank you. I definitely will show you guys a lot of pictures when I move into my new apartment and things like that. But yeah, so very exciting. What was it? Sorry, my throat, as you guys know, when I speak for like 2 or 3 hours, my throat starts to get very dry. Okay, right. Let's have a quick look. Speaking of stingy, Jeff says, I said I'm very stingy with money. This means I don't like spending money. And it's a negative word, okay? Stingy means... Sorry, stingy is negative, but frugal is positive, yeah? Stingy doesn't like spending money. But if you say you're frugal, this means very careful with money. Yeah, so depending on how you say it, you could have a positive word or a negative word, okay? if you really want to impress some native speakers or the examiners if you're taking a speaking exam. Okay. Anyway, what was next? I've lost the window. What was it? So, where do you come from? I'm from the UK. I think any language can be learned for free. Definitely, I completely agree. But depending on the results you want, of course, spending more money can make things faster, quicker, easier, and more enjoyable, right? Before, I thought like, oh, I'm going to try and save as much money as I can. I'm going to try and not spend any money. But realistically, even just spending like 20, 25 pounds on a good textbook, or like, you know, for a subscription service to watch, you know, English movies and dramas, a small investment can go a long way. Okay, so I would say think about the things you buy. And yes, you can save a lot of money by not going to a language school, but spending a little bit of money can give you a lot of options and choices. Okay? Elnaz, I really wanted to come on stage, but I can't. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I forget that on Hello Talk, people have a time limit to come on stage as well. So next time, maybe... But then people arrive at different times, so yeah, it's something we can't avoid, unfortunately. But yeah. Nasra says, I'm frugal about money or I'm frugal with money. Good question. Collocations, yeah. I'm frugal with money. But this is the thing. Frugal means you are careful with money. So... careful with money, it's always about money. So you don't need to say I'm frugal with money. You just say I'm frugal. Yeah, frugal with money is redundant. It's unnecessary. Okay, but very good question, Nasra. I'm very frugal. I'm very stingy. But yeah, I'll be waiting for you next time, Elnaz. And then just going through the comments again. Alex, I feel happy with this voice room because I'd like to study English, talking English more and more, but I don't have much vocabulary. Alex, don't worry. You know, I've been teaching for 7-8 years now. I'm more than happy to let you come on stage, even if you're a beginner, okay? This is a chance for everyone to speak, and actually... I don't think I can do it tomorrow, but I am planning to try again. Open a speaking language room where I will do it on Microsoft Teams, and what was it? Anyone can join, but we will pair everyone. Okay, so we're going to put everyone in pairs in the meeting. I will separate you into breakout rooms, similar to Zoom. And we'll just give you a question. Like, for example, is it more important to get a job or blah, blah, blah? And then we'll give person A 1 minute to speak, person B 1 minute to speak. And then we'll swap questions, but also swap partners. So you get a chance to, you know, talk to different people, and hopefully you can find a language partner. Yeah, some friends that you really get on with, okay? So I'm going to do those events in the future. Last time I did this, I think like 2 people signed up, which was not enough, unfortunately. But I'm going to keep trying, and hopefully people will join in the future. So please message me if you're interested in this kind of event, okay, to get lots of speaking practice. Okay, and then, what was it? But yeah, don't worry, there will be many chances to speak. Hannah, to pay is to show the respect to teachers later. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. If I didn't have my regular students now, you know, I wouldn't be able to do this live streaming thing because I would have no money and I would need to get another job, right? So I am super thankful to my students who pay for my lessons, and you people who are watching my live streams, you know, sharing the event, you know, going to the YouTube side, watching my videos, all of these things, you're not directly paying me money, But you're such a huge help, guys. So I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. And then what was I going to say? My brain is being cooked. It's overheating. Oh, what was the word? I've forgotten what I was going to say. Thank you. But yeah. So there will be more speaking events in the future. Please let me know if you are interested in doing more speaking practice with other language learners. I'm going to prepare lots of events. I don't know how that works, but I would definitely sign up. Wonderful, Nasra. Yeah, you can send me a message on Instagram, or you can send me a message on Hello Talk. Okay, but great. Anyway, I think you're a good teacher. You can help me become good in English. Yeah, hopefully I can. And then what will you do in Japan? I'm going to work there. What was it? I want to go there because there will be more opportunities for me to, get new students. Right now, I'm looking for more students so that I can live in Japan comfortably. And hopefully, I can start my own English school / cafe. So my dream is to open a cafe, a coffee shop, that's just a normal cafe in the day, and it's going to be an English-themed cafe where you can have afternoon tea. But in the evening, when children finish school or when the adults finish working, there will be an evening English class where people can come together and just, play games in English. For example, that game we did earlier, the Scattergories, where you have to, think of English words, and do a lot of English speaking practice in person, right? Because of course speaking online is great, we're very lucky to have this technology, but it's different to speaking face to face, right? It's a different atmosphere. So that's my dream, but you need a lot of money to start any business. And in Tokyo, woo! Tokyo is one of the most expensive cities to live in and make a business in. So I need to find more students who are happy to take my lessons. So if you're interested, please send me a message. But yeah, anyway, I'm not going to advertise my services. Drink some water, teacher. Thank you. Okay, that tea was hot. It's now cold. Please let me quickly pour some hot tea. I think this is some Korean tea. But, it's starting to get warmer these days, so I think it's time to swap from hot teas to, iced teas, and iced coffees. Oof, I love iced coffee in the summer. Anyway. Benjamin, on the contrary, I think we should avoid big words when speaking English. I disagree. I understand what you mean. Okay, I kind of disagree. I don't completely disagree with Benjamin. When taking a lesson or practicing, use as many words as you can. Okay? Try and avoid words you use all the time and use these big words because it's a lesson. It's a chance to practice your English. But I agree that trying to use these big words or rare words, the higher level ones, they are higher level because they are rare or not so commonly used. Therefore, they're more difficult to use, and if you try to use them in small talk or a casual conversation, it makes you sound like, for example, ChatGPT, or it sounds like you're trying to show off your English knowledge, even if you're not. Okay, so I would say, especially if you're teaching or you're just trying to explain something about your culture or something like that, often using simple words and easy to understand examples, that's the best. You don't need high level vocabulary. Okay, but if you do want to have deep conversations about marriage, laws and moral dilemmas, then in this case you will need some big words, like controversial, for example. Okay, but I feel like the sign to understand if you have truly mastered or gotten to a very high level in any language, the way you can see this, or I can see this as a teacher, is if the person can change their way of speaking based on the situation and who they're talking to, right? What impresses me the most is if I see a student like meeting someone for the first time and using very polite language, and then suddenly the next moment talking to, you know, a childhood friend using casual slang and things like that. People can switch. It's almost a different language, right? These people, obviously, they know their stuff. They're very good at language. And part of it is just social skills. It's not just something you learn in a textbook. So anyway, going back to, what was it? YouTube side. Thank you for all the kind wishes. I will be careful when I go to Japan. Thank you. Yulia, are you leaving the UK permanently or do you plan to come back at intervals? Good question. I'm definitely not leaving permanently. It really depends on what happens in the next year. In the next year, I'm going to spend a lot of time going to different events and building connections. Like taking part in university English events. One of my students like organizes summer camps for Japanese universities, and at these summer camps they have to like give a presentation in English, and I hope that volunteering, taking part, I can meet some people, and hopefully maybe there will be somebody who is looking for an English teacher at a university or an after school program or something like that. Yeah, we'll see. I really have no idea what's going to happen in the next year. The only thing I can say for sure is that I'm going to continue doing live streams, YouTube videos, and what was it? Teaching my regular students. That is my top priority. But yeah. What was it? Moving on. Have you come to China for travel or something else? I haven't been to China, unfortunately, but I've been to Hong Kong because my mother's from Hong Kong. Teacher, you're always able to express yourself in a laconic way. I love the way you speak. Thank you. I don't know what you mean by laconic. Maybe iconic, or I guess you mean like an interesting way. Yeah. It's just public speaking skills, I guess. Because nobody wants to listen to a teacher who's like, okay, welcome everyone, nice to see you all. Today we're going to talk about the present continuous tense. Please raise your hand if you can tell me. I want to fall asleep, damn! But, of course, varying your rhythm, tone of speech and things like that, it just gets people's attention. And if you lose your students' attention, then you're not doing your job well. For me, being a teacher is not just knowing about grammar and English or any subject. It's about getting people interested. It's about, igniting their curiosity and just finding ways to make the lesson fun. That is just as important as the information that you are teaching. So, because, if you don't make the lesson interesting, the information goes in one ear and it comes out the other. So, but yeah, Jeff, I hope you do join the voice room in the future. But what was it? It's a good idea, but I live in Vietnam. How can I do that? Are you talking about the voice room, the online speaking practice room? So it will be on Microsoft Teams. As long as you can use Microsoft Teams, you can join. People who message me and say, hey, Eric, I'm interested. It will probably be on a Sunday evening, similar time to now. And then I will send you a link and I will start the event at maybe like 8 p.m. Japan time, 12 p.m. noon UK time. So that kind of time. Okay? And then maybe we could do things like role plays. And there's a lot of stuff we can do. But my top priority is to give you guys lots of chances to speak and talk to different people. Because that's the problem on Hello Talk. Like, it's scary. If you message somebody and try to do a language exchange and then you realize, I'm not sure I want to talk to this person, but then you feel bad because you messaged them, so you feel like you have to talk to them and things like that. But if I organize it and I make you all talk with each other, then there's no responsibility. If you don't like somebody, you don't have to talk to them again. But if you do enjoy speaking to somebody, you can, find them on Hello Talk and things like that. Okay? What was it? Alex, if you're interested in my regular lessons, private lessons, you can find my website and book a lesson at ericenglish.co.uk. I'll put it here in the chat if you're interested. Okay? But yeah. All right. I think we're almost finished for the live stream. So I have to go very soon. But are there any final questions that anybody has before we finish for today? Anything? You can send a direct message to me. That's right. Thank you. And then what was it? Right now, my trial lesson where I give you specific feedback. If you want to know what kind of feedback I give you, it's something like this. Yeah, so I will write, usually for the first lesson, it's like maybe 3 pages of notes. There will be vocabulary and there will be pronunciation. So for example, what was it? I don't know. Let me show you the kind of thing. So for example, we'd say pronunciation. Let's make this smaller. Be careful because many people say pronunciation, but it's pronunciation. So it would be a blue color here. And because it's second syllable stress, we'll do that. So it would be pronunciation. Pronunciation. I will make a note of any words that you mispronounce. Sorry, this one over here. And then I will send you an MP3 file so you can shadow, listen, and copy. And then, of course, there's like, what was it? Vocabulary, good things, like good habits. You used a wide range of vocabulary. And then some habits like be careful with the past tense. Then, of course, words with example sentences. And then the lesson notes. So that is what you can expect if you take my speaking lessons. Okay? Yeah. Anyway, Hawk from YouTube says, if I'm supposed to ask where you're ethnically British or Asian, I understand the question, but I am ethnically Asian, but my nationality is British. Okay. All right. Where did the window go? Here we go. So, yes. Are you a teacher? Yes, I am. And I think that's about it. Okay. As always, more people at the very end of the live stream. Maybe, by the way, guys, how is the timing for you guys? Like, is it better for you if I start like 1 hour later or 1 hour earlier? Like, I can't change the time too much, but for most of you, do you prefer later in the evenings if you're from Asia? Like what time is maybe 1 hour later? Yeah, it's difficult because everybody has a different schedule. And especially if I make it any later in Japan, right now, 3:20 p.m. that would be 11, so almost midnight. Oof. I don't want to stream too late because of course I'm worried about like making too much noise for my neighbors because I'll be living in an apartment building. But yeah, so we'll see. If you can make it a bit earlier, that would be very good. Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe making it a bit earlier. Maybe like 1 hour earlier, because that's also better for me. But yeah, I'll think about it. But yeah, it's difficult for you, Jeff, because you have kids, right? But I'm always recording them the live stream on YouTube. So if you miss a part of the live stream, then of course you can watch the recording on YouTube, no problem. Okay. So yeah, Elnaz also says later, oh, everybody has a different schedule. Okay, right. Maybe I will do the poll function, but anyway. Okay, right. Before we finish for today, I'm just going to quickly go through some of the notes. Yeah, we had a few speakers on stage today, and I apologize. Some of you wanted to come on stage. We didn't have time to do everyone. I know I speak too much. I apologize. Blah, blah, blah. But what was it? Today, we had a few, not mistakes, we had a few like new vocabulary and things to be careful of. Thanks to the speakers that came on stage. So quick round of applause for those 3 people. I forgot. It was it Hannah, Miss, and there was one more. I forgot. It was the first one. I apologize for forgetting, but thank you for coming on stage and, you know, helping us with our English. Quick test. One person said that they can be very patient. We were talking about making friends with the opposite sex, and this woman said that I can be more understandable with men. Okay, she was trying to say that she was more patient and forgiving with men, but maybe she judges women a bit more harshly. I can be more understandable with men. I can be more patient. Understandable is not the correct word. Understandable is like how easy it is for other people to understand you. So for example, I hope as an English teacher, I am very understandable, right? What is a word that is similar to patient, but means, yeah, like understand, what's the word? Can anyone tell me? 3. Be careful with the girl. When I am in class, my mind is... Oh no, you got to focus on your studies. The answer was, I can be more understanding with men. Yeah. Which is why when I talk to my students, and let's say I have to cancel a lesson, I might say, oh, I'm so sorry, can I change the lesson date? And they say, yeah, no problem. You know, they're very patient and they're very forgiving. They are very understanding. So I say, oh, thank you for being so understanding. Okay? So understanding, understandable, 2 different things. Okay? Good. Well done, Yulia. Good job. Okay. So, Jeff, grammar issue. I wouldn't say it's a grammar issue. I would say it's a vocabulary thing. But yeah, I can see why you thought it's grammar. But either way, all of the speakers didn't make many mistakes, so they did a great job. Okay, next question. When we talked about parties, I mentioned that there's a type of event where everyone will bring their own dish. What do we call this kind of event where everyone brings their own dish? Any ideas? 1 word. 3, 2, 1. It is potluck. Very good. Well done, guys. It is a potluck. I'm going to put that in blue, yeah? So blue means new vocabulary. Red is wrong and green is correct. Okay. Right. Next test. Let's go for... If I do not like spending money, let's say, for example, my friend says, hey, Eric, can I borrow, £2? I just want to buy a drink. And I'll say, you didn't bring your own wallet. That's your fault. See ya. I'm being... What's the word? 1 word. 3, 2, 1. Hannah, thank you very much. It is stingy. Good job. And I see the YouTube side is a bit delayed. Very well done, Elnaz Potluck. Yulia, rude. You are correct. I am being rude. But when I'm not wanting to spend money, and being often rude, then this is called stingy. Stingy. Okay, well done, guys. Good job. Okay, what is the positive version of stingy? This means you're very careful with your money in a good way. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Very well done, Hannah and Daisy. Frugal is the correct word. Well done. Yeah, Hannah, you gotta slow down. Give other people a chance. No, it's really hard, isn't it, on Hello Talk and YouTube when I ask you guys a question and you're thinking of the answer, because sometimes when you look at the chat, some people write an answer and you think, oh, yeah, it's that, isn't it? And it's like, they give you the answer when you were thinking it in your brain. But anyway, so when talking about things that happen by chance, when something is negative, for example, the other day I broke my phone. I broke my phone. What's the word that I'm looking for here? It's an adverb. I broke my phone. It's a very bad event, of course. Okay, 3, 2, 1. We do have the word accidentally. Very good. Accidentally. Nice. Good job, Yulia, Hannah, and Faye. Nice. Be careful with the spelling. And then what is the opposite? If you feel that you have good luck and something good happened by chance, you might say... What's the word? I'm looking both at Hello Talk and YouTube. Oh, I feel dizzy, because I'm looking at myself and two different screens. Anyway, the opposite of accidentally, well, not exact opposite, but if something happens by chance and it's good, we might say, fortunately or luckily, I was able to play volleyball. Okay? All right, I think that is about it. I'm going to post these notes on my Moments for Hello Talk and on my community post on YouTube so that you guys can review some of these notes, okay? But yeah, in the future, I will try to, take on more guest speakers, during the lesson, and then we'll get more notes as we have more speakers and more questions and things like that. So I hope it was useful for you today. I'm gonna have to... Jeff says, by the way, I caught up with your video. You played taboo games with Jason. Do you make the materials of the game, or is there a website? Good question. So taboo is this was in our last stream with the podcast. If you haven't seen it, you can find it on my YouTube as well, where I spoke to 2 childhood friends and we played a lot of games together, English games, of course, and I interviewed them about their life and jobs. But yeah, a lot of these games are just games that you can make yourself, but they were games that were invented by some people, right? Taboo, if you don't know, is a very simple game where, for example, pen please, I have a key word. For example, let's go with the word lion, yeah? And taboo is a game where you have to... I can see the word, but you don't know it. And I have to explain the word to you, and you have to give me the answer. You have to guess the key word. But there are some words that I cannot say. For example, a lion is an animal, right? So one of the taboo words might be animal. So I have to tell you, it's a living thing, and it eats other animals, and it lives in the... And then another word might be savannah. right? So I can't say it lives in the savannah because this word is taboo. So it's a really good game for finding different ways of explaining things. And I will tell you, this is one of the most important skills in English. Okay, more important than knowing high-level vocabulary, because if you have a good foundation of basic and intermediate level vocabulary, you can explain anything, right? Like, let's say in a normal conversation, let's say I'm trying to remember the word savannah and I have the image in my head and I think, you know, lions live in the... Wait, what's the word? Oh, I studied this yesterday. We experience this all the time, right? And in this case, many people freeze or panic. But all you have to do, even if your vocabulary or grammar is not perfect, just give lots of hints, yeah? So savannah, another way of saying savannah is like, you know, it's in Africa. Usually people drive in a truck in this area because there are lots of animals. For example, lions, tigers. Do tigers live in the savannah? No, they live in the jungle, right? Leopards, hippos, and things like that. And as you're giving more examples and hints, the native speaker will be guessing and they'll be thinking, oh, you mean savannah? And then you think, oh, yes, that's right. This is way better, you know, giving hints and explaining it is way better than just searching the word in your native language and saying, please wait a moment. Because while you're searching, the other person is just sitting here like, they might look at their phone, they get bored. So every time you forget a word, or you don't know how to say something, maybe you want to learn a new word from the native speaker, instead of using a dictionary, just make it this game. Just explain what you're trying to say. Now, it's okay if you can't explain it well, but you need to practice this skill by trying to find different words, similar words, opposite words, to help find that word that you're looking for. Because remember, it's a two-way conversation. Yeah, they can help you. They want to help you. So don't be afraid to do this. But anyway, I went completely off topic. Roar is a good word. Yeah, Alex, nice one. Roar is the word for the sound a lion makes, like roar. I think Katy Perry has a song where she says roar or something. I can't remember which song, but anyway. Okay. So, I think I'm going to end it there. Thank you so much, guys. If you can hear my voice, someone help me. Okay, right. I'm going to end the live stream there because I need to go to a barbecue. But actually, I don't know if the weather is okay. It's quite cloudy now. Boo! UK sucks. I'm going to go to meet with my friend. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend. There will be no live stream tomorrow. But there will be another one next week. Yeah, I'll post everything on my moments, okay? So I can keep you updated. But yeah, it was really nice to... Mio, nice to see you. And yeah, it was really nice to listen to the other speakers, right? You know, people from different countries and different ways of speaking, but all of them did a great job. So very well done. So hopefully you guys can join next time. And yeah, we'll do more of these kinds of free talk discussion streams. Okay? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Hannah, Benjamin, Alex, Yulia, Hawk, Mio, Elnaz, and so on, Nasra. I don't have time not to say everyone, but yeah, I really appreciate it. Thank you. Mia, you can find my schedule. I don't have a strict schedule, but I usually announce the live stream time and date at least 3 or 4 days before. So if you want to know, follow me on YouTube, on the pinned comment, or you can follow me on Hello Talk. Okay, so thank you very much. See you, Hawk. It was nice to see you. And then, yeah, everybody, have a nice weekend. Have a nice dinner or lunch or go to bed, because I could eat a horse right now. I'm so hungry. All right. Bye, guys. See you next time. That was on the Hello Talk side. See you, YouTube. Bye for now. Okay.